Are some of those activating the blocks in the installation, are they actual extraterrestrial biological entities such as reptilians?
The installation itself is working on many, many different levels. What we need to understand is the bigger picture, how that works. It kind of keeps humans inside of a miserable reality over time. So it's very, very unlikely that humanity, without removing the installation, would be able to get out of that. There is a certain installation that's been put over Earth in order to lower the potentials of the evolution of humankind. And that is a very complex situation, because that is responsible for all the issues and disbalances that we experience right now and on this planet. And it comes along with technology that's being used in order to sort of create some chaos. It's coming down to...
Like what technology would be creating chaos?
What has been reported is that there are chemicals being used, but also frequencies and also psionic frequencies in order to, bring Earth into a certain lower frequency, a lower energetic realm, in order to slow down the process of evolution on this planet.
What would be an example of what a person, a human, would experience if they were the target of, let's say, the installations? We want to curtail you. We want to stop you. Would it be frequencies they would hear in the ears and that would cause migraines, or what? How would it manifest?
For example, depression. That would be something. What we have right now, right here in this installation, which is being removed right now, is...
It's being removed.
It's being removed, right. By inside and outside forces. They needed time to understand what's happening on this planet, because a lot of what is inside of this installation is quite subtle and might seem as if it has evolved naturally, but it didn't. We have seen that there have been temporal modification, meaning an outside force has, influenced certain points of human history over time in a negative way, but made it look like a natural occurring thing.
Among humans and not outside forces that are actually advanced frequencies, or are some of those activating the blocks in the installation, are they actual extraterrestrial biological entities such as reptilians?
The installation itself is working on many, many different levels. What we need to understand is the bigger picture, how that works. It kind of keeps humans inside of a miserable reality, and it's a perpetuating and self-repeating process over time. So it's very, very unlikely that humanity, without removing the installation, would be able to get out of that, because it's so complete and subtle in some way.
So who gains from humans being trapped down in the installations?
The surface human beings are probable of becoming very strong warriors, which opposes a threat to other warrior species in the universe. Also through the very high evolutionary potential that humanity has, because it's facing a lot of challenges, a lot of diversity, a lot of different genetic profiles. All this diversity means that a species has to, become fit and find solution to that. And the more solution, the more diversity, the more challenges a species faces, the more it advances over time.
And who is driving it, though?
the question is who has installed it, and once it was in place, it is mostly driving itself, because humanity, without even knowing, is contributing to its function.
But how did it get into place? Who has the specific motive to want to curtail us?
The species that has been, part of talks is reptilian, yes.
Are the reptiles, are there intelligences that are actually trying to persuade souls in the afterlife to go a wrong direction that would slow them down even before they are reincarnated?
Just the same way as there are species and forces that guide people in a positive way in the afterlife, there's also a very small number of species that try to do the direct opposite. But luckily for every one of us, the amount of species that do it very positively and benevolent is way bigger. We're talking about 99 to 1% at the level 4 stage. And the best thing every one of us can do is either you have the capabilities and capacities to understand your role in the universe, and you have a level 4 consciousness, understanding of how everything works, then you can, design your own afterlife, so to speak.
And learn how to reject the negative as soon as you feel it.
100%. Either you have the level of consciousness in order to know that you can create your own worlds in the afterlife and just go there. Whatever idea you have, it's possible. Or you rely on the natural forces of the universe and maybe get into contact with them in a way that you just make a willful decision to say, I would love to receive help for the transition. That is something that the universe heavily relies on, and it's just one very simple sentence that can be repeated over a lifetime in order to make clear for the universe that my transition has to be smooth, gentle, and nice. A lot of species have not been aware of what artificially has been put upon Earth. So because it's been made in such a clever way, whoever made that and whoever did it has made it in such a clever way that it looks like something that humanity has accidentally been created upon itself. And that is just not true.
And that's the installation.
That is the installation. It's been covered in a way that it looks like something that occurred naturally, but it's not. It's something that's been cloaked in a way so that it looks like something that occurred naturally. And that makes a big difference to other species. So there's a big difference to their own reaction of something and to their own will to interfere with something if the situation is A, naturally occurring, if it's B, something that the specific species has done willingly to itself, then it's a free will decision. No one's gonna interfere with that. Or the third option is some outside force has planted something into it that is artificially, designed in order to bring chaos. The third option is something where most species that are proactive on these things would say, we need to interfere on that. But if it's just looking as if it was one of the two first options, then they would hesitate in order to, come for help.
But it still seems strange that our allies, spiritually, physically, other intelligences, would even allow anything like the installation to be trying to slow us down.
Yes. I mean, if this is something that humanity would have done to itself, then it would be, crazy and illogical, but it would be allowed. Because it's part of the natural, maybe learning process of that species to be self-destructive or being trapped in something. Because there are species that, enjoy states and situations that other species might not enjoy. There might be species, for example, slavery is something that humans would collectively reject, in an ethical, morally way. But if you compare that for maybe the situation that certain insects have, creating their whole experience around one king or one queen insect and, building on this, then it's something different. We would probably say, that's a kind of behavior that it's not enjoyable for us, but it might be enjoyable for another species. So to most species I'm talking about right now, they would try to understand and observe the situation first and have a bigger picture about what's happening. So that might be the reason why things were in place for so long. And the best thing, if I can add to that, is for every one of us to make a willing, full and clear decision over our own destiny to the universe. It can be just like one sentence that you put before you sleep or something. Just one sentence a day will clearly indicate the universe what you want, and you have your own responsibility about your destiny.
Like, I am one with the light is one with me,
yes.
And I'm in the hands of God forever.